Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday, sir.
Happy Monday. It went back to being winter, PJ.
Yeah, for a couple of days anyway.
Yeah, but not like some of the country. Woo! Yeah. I'm glad we're in Florida. We missed you guys over the weekend, so thanks for watching us today. On Monday, we have an exciting week coming up, and today is a very important person's birthday.
Not mine.
Not PJ's.
It is not.
It is Rudolph Diesel's birthday. He was not named after the diesel engine, and he was not named after the red-nosed reindeer.
Really?
The diesel engine was named after him. He invented it.
That's pretty wild, Chris.
That's correct. Way back in the 1800s. I learned so much about this. I didn't realize this. There was a guy who, the last name was Diesel, and that's who the diesel engine was named after. In fact, there's a mystery. There's a conspiracy theory concerning Rudolph Diesel.
Yeah, big.
About whether the petroleum industry had him done off. So
I can see why, though, Chris.
Can see why. In fact, if you didn't know about Rudolph Diesel and his accomplishments and his invention, well, we have this nice 2-minute video. This is where I learned a lot, and maybe you guys will learn something too. So roll on, PJ.
Here we go.
The story of the man behind the diesel engine and why he'd be turning in his grave. Franco-German engineer Rudolph Diesel started by designing fridges. But in 1892, he patented a revolutionary compression ignition engine known as the diesel engine. Unlike steam engines or early petrol engines, it worked by squashing air inside a cylinder, making it hot enough to ignite the fuel and create a powerful explosion. It was a very simple and economic system. It was invented to run on a variety of fuels, including coal dust and vegetable oils. One of his early devices was demonstrated at the 1900 World's Fair in Paris. It ran on peanut oil and won a Grand Prix. His invention was more eco-friendly and power-efficient than alternatives at the time, and farmers could literally grow their own fuel. Diesel became an evangelist for the use of vegetable oils as fuel. In 1912, he said, "The use of vegetable oils for engine fuels may seem insignificant today, but such oils may become in course of time as important as petroleum and the coal tar products of the present time." Diesel's new engine made him a millionaire by the time he reached his 40s, but his life ended tragically. In 1913, while travelling from Belgium to England on a steamship, he drowned at sea. There were strange circumstances surrounding his disappearance and death, which encouraged conspiracy theories. While some people assumed he had killed himself, others thought he'd been murdered by foreign agents. There's little evidence, however, and the case remains unsolved. After Diesel's death, crude oil became more widely available, and his engine was adapted to use petrol as its only source of fuel. This type of petrol became known as petrodiesel, or simply diesel. The diesel engine went on to revolutionise the transport system after the First World War, powering trains, boats and buses. The first diesel lorries appeared on roads in the 1920s and 30s. The first production diesel car in the world was the Citroën Rosalie, introduced in 1933.
That is so educational.
Pretty wild, Chris.
It is pretty wild. And would you doubt it? I mean, think of it. Farmers could grow the peanuts, make the peanut oil to run their diesel engines. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, although I do think something happened in Roswell, but that's another story.
Much more bigger than diesel.
Much bigger than peanut oil, that's correct. But, could the big oil industry have knocked off Rudolph Diesel? Regardless of whether they did or didn't, the diesel engine in a much more modified, advanced, technologically superior form exists today. But I don't think that you can still run peanut oil on a diesel engine. I'm not going to try it on the Harley truck, and I'm not going to try it on the GMC. These are the two diesel-powered vehicles that we have as grand prizes in the Dream Giveaway Garage today. What'd you guys think? Did you know all that about Rudolph Diesel?
Pretty wild. But Chris, when you look at an engine, in a diesel engine in today, it almost looks similar to what engines are going for right now, right?
Oh, very much so.
I mean, you couldn't tell the difference, could you, right now, just by looking at this?
Could I?
If you knew what you were looking for.
Can't even see the engine, PJ. But what I will tell you is that diesel has become a much cleaner emissions-wise than it used to be in the old days. In fact, it is required by federal law that you have, it's called DEF, diesel exhaust fluid.
Okay, so there's two holes here, right? Diesel.
That is correct. And they will match, or they're supposed to match, what you find at the gas station. So here for diesel, usually for DEF, you'll find that in a jug. We recommend that you use peak diesel. It's DEF. It's very good, and that's what we use here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. And all 2025, 2026 diesels, going back to what, 08 or 09, I forget the exact year, DEF is required as an emissions control device.
To keep it cleaner.
To keep it cleaner, to keep the air cleaner.
So both these trucks have that?
Both of these trucks have it. There is not a place that says peanut oil anywhere here. Darn it.
Pretty wild, but when
That
you
would
look
have
at
been
these
wild. But
engines-
think about how different the 20th century would have been if Rudolph Diesel had still been alive, and if the ability to grow your own peanut oil and then use it in your engines had gained mass appeal. It could have changed the entire 20th century.
There's probably been a lot more peanut farmers.
Whole lot more peanut farmers, that's correct. So here, both of our diesel trucks, two different diesel engines, of course, both of them super torquey for power, both very advanced. Over here on this side, of course, we've got the 6.7 turbo diesel. Over here, we've got the 6.6 Duramax HD.
Chris, these are big prizes.
These are big prizes and big trucks. Which one ends sooner? Harley truck.
Yeah.
And here's the thing on the Harley truck. So yes, if you have the lucky ticket, you automatically would win the Harley truck. But then you have a choice. You can then get $25,000, or you can get a Harley bike. Your choice. Plus, we're still going to pay the federal prize tax. On the GMC Denali, you just win the Denali truck. So PJ, which one of the two would you prefer to win?
Oh, I know. You know that Denali's pretty big. Although I think I would go with the Harley.
You'd go with the Harley. I'd go with the GMC. Isn't that good? But neither of us can enter, but you guys can. What kind of feedback are people giving us today, PJ?
Mike says he'll take the Ford.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And how much peanut oil could you put in the back?
Kathy says torque monsters.
Torque monsters, both. I don't recall the torque numbers on these today, but they're both near about 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, if I'm correct.
Kevin says Ford all the way. Looks like I'm
Ford. Okay.
I'm winning.
Ford for the diesel.
But Chris, when you look at these vehicles, you are small compared to
I am
how
small compared to these vehicles, yeah. Especially the Harley truck. I'd come up halfway to the mirror on this thing. However, this one has footsteps.
Okay, yeah.
Makes it much easier, and it does have a grab handle right here and on the other side. How about the Denali truck? Same thing.
Yeah.
You've got rails, step rails, and you've got the grab handles as well inside here.
Okay, so Ronald and Terry O'Shea both say GMC.
GMC, good.
Let's see here. First Church OPC wants to know, what engine is better, gas or diesel?
Well, what are you doing, correct?
So there's a difference of why you would want a diesel compared to a
Correct. You want the diesel for the torque. Right, you're not going to get 1,000 foot-pounds of torque out of a typical gasoline engine, but you can get it out of a diesel engine. So if you're towing, then buy. That's why there's so many diesel trucks out there.
Okay, so Kathy says 975 foot-pounds of torque on the GMC.
Okay.
And 1,200 on the
1,200 foot-pounds of torque on the Ford.
You might now change your mind.
No, I'm still going with the GMC. The GMC also has a fifth wheel prep package and a snow prep package. That word snow, I had to look up what it means.
Well, a lot of people are finding out today.
That's
for
correct.
Sure.
Apparently, it's this stuff that falls from the sky.
Not in Florida. Rob says Ford for me, so I think the Ford is winning. Yeah, the package.
Okay, then get your entries to win the Harley package. Remember, it's all about the Harley truck, and then you make the choice, $25K in cash or a Harley bike.
Yeah, good stuff. Right
Yeah,
there.
and both are 3/4 tons, in case I didn't make that clear earlier in the show. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. We learned something about Rudolph Diesel, whose birthday is today, way back in 18-something or another. In fact, he probably went to high school with Abraham Lincoln.
Chris says he would take both. That's true.
Take both. Get your entries to win both. We'll see you guys tomorrow. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. It only happens right here